All right, thanks for staying with us. It's that time of the morning when we look at the major headlines in the papers. As usual, so much going on in Nigeria. Well, we're joined by Ife Onyebule. Of course, she's the host of Daily Report. Good morning and
good morning.
Good to see you.
Good morning. Good
welcome.
to see you.
Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. All right.
Okay, we begin as usual with the Punch, of course. Killings. Catholic bishops ask President Buhari to resign, with a rider since the president who appointed the heads of the nation's security agencies has refused to caution them, even in the face of chaos, blah, 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 blah. They're acting a script that he approves of.
It's a sad one.
Really sad one.
When we look at it, you know, when I heard that story and how people, you know, lost their lives, I just wondered exactly what is happening.
It's not just people losing their lives now. Yes, that is terrible. I mean,
Very
there's
terrible.
no adjective to describe that.
No.
Two priests were killed in the Catholic Church on Tuesday.
Absolutely.
And then on Thursday, you have the same situation.
That's what I'm wondering. Three nights in a row. Who does that? How do the people now cushion all of this? How do you sleep? I'm sure they don't sleep. You sleep and you are still awake.
They don't even sleep.
And
There's no place.
Nigerians are not even seeing the gravity of it, or should we say
No,
the
don't say
authority,
Nigerians are not
or
seeing
should
the
we even say
gravity.
the authorities, because it seems, many have said it many times, and that is why some public figures have come out to say that Benue people especially should take up arms to protect themselves, because it seems that the police cannot even protect
Of
people.
course, when the governor said, look, go protect yourself with stones, people were wondering exactly what the man was saying. But I think that is some kind of figure of speech there that he had to use, because you look at it, you feel that, look, no one is protecting
Not even
me.
just the governor. T.Y. Danjuma said it.
You're just wondering what's going on. Every day something is happening. Look, I'm of the Catholic faith, and when I look at it, these reverend fathers, all they do is, you know, celebrate Mass. That's their job. They don't go out to make trouble.
Has said, look, this thing is taking a totally different dimension.
Absolutely.
First it was the herdsmen, farmers, and now it's herdsmen and the religious organization.
Right.
And this, if not well handled,
something needs to be done.
As a recipe for.
And then it seems to be an attack again on education as well. So it seems
no, something needs to be done. Like seriously.
I wonder what that something is. Moving on, of course, El Zakzaki's wife, 2 others charged with murder. So finally, they've been charged. And this is coming after the Federal High Court had ruled, of course, that they should be granted bail with the 50 million naira damages.
Right.
So how will this play out now?
Everyone's sitting, people have been expecting. If you want to charge them, why don't you just charge them? Don't just
Why
give
has
them.
it taken 2 years?
Why has it taken this long? Did people have to come on the street to protest?
many times
Before you now finally charge them. But as we say, we just sit and watch and see exactly how this plays out.
All right.
And talking about sitting and watching before we move on, because another big question is, will the government, you know, obey the court's order to release them on bail?
Let's just give them that benefit of the doubt.
You know, we have Dasuki.
Okay. Nigerians are
Let's give
waiting.
them that benefit of the doubt.
Nigerians are waiting. Away from Nigeria, Bill Cosby.
I don't even want to think about it. So finally, they put a tab on it. 30 years, but he's going to do like 10. How old is he? How long is he going to stay there?
80.
So you see, sometimes you do something, your sins will always catch up with you.
Yes.
You can run away from it.
All right, so we go to the Nation newspaper. Major story here. Killings. Federal government stops movement of herdsmen. Ranching to take off in 5 states. Nigeria to end ECOWAS free movement. This seems to be a cheery news, especially
Very cheery news. At least something good is
Shouting.
coming out. We're hearing something that is quite cheery. You don't wake up in the morning, all you see in the papers is 1 killed, 10 injured, and all of that. Sometimes we need these, you know, to water down the bad news that you sleep with. Oh, you want to sleep and go to bed, it's bad news, you wake up. But this is something that Nigerians
the
should
scary
really,
part yesterday,
really
as I
check.
was driving through the Sherry North area yesterday, I saw herdsmen, you know, with their sticks.
I'm sure
and
you'd
all
be
of
so
that.
scared.
And not that I was scared, but I just was trying to imagine in the mind of the average Nigerian, you know, what kind of ethnic profiling could be going on now. You know, the moment you see a Fulani herdsman, you're looking, you think you're seeing an enemy.
Yes.
That's really not good for a nation
That's
like
exactly
Nigeria.
what's happening. And, you know, when something happens, there's something called the bandwagon effect.
Absolutely.
People just tag along, they jump on the bandwagon, even if they're nice. I'll tell you an instance. You know, while I was working in River State, someone sent a youth corps member to me. She's a northerner. I don't know her. A friend just said, look, since you manage this radio station, let her in turn and, you know, you groom her. Another person said, wow, she's from the north. Why would you keep such a person? I said, no. Whoever sent her to me must know her, and I will just offer this help. She doesn't know anybody there, so I had to take her in.
The real danger in all of this.
In fact, that's the reality, because what Nigeria preaches and seems to be the strength of the country is the unity in diversity. And when that is threatened,
a lot has gone wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we'll go to the top of the major story. Insecurity. Senate seeks Buhari's invitation to joint session with reps. Just have to address it. The National Assembly at least is making a move.
Yes, they are. But again, as many have said, will that ever come to fruition? Will it happen? We'll sit and watch. You know, in Nigeria, we have a peculiar way of doing things. People make excuses for a whole lot of things. Something that shouldn't mean anything. When you're asked to do something, why don't you just do it? Look at the man who was alleged to have jumped off a vehicle.
Okay.
There's something wrong. Go and clear your name. It's as simple as that. But in Nigeria, we have this special way of wanting to do something.
We'll
sit
and we're waiting.
All
right, so let's just quickly run through the remaining stories because of time. It seems to just wants to. Okay, two stories here. Navy intercepts vessel with 406 illegal immigrants, even from other neighboring countries, not just Nigerians alone. NLC TUC insists on 66,500 naira living wage. APC leaders to meet Ekiti aspirants today.
All right, the Daily Sun reports FG bans herdsmen's movement in 5 states. And of course, those states include Benue, Taraba, Adamawa, Kaduna, Plateau. Well, too little, too late. About time, really? About time. Okay. Well, Senate spits fire. Furious over withdrawal of $469 million. Summons Buhari and senators call for president's impeachment. Is this an impeachable offense? That seems to be the debate now.
That's
not
the
only
debate.
on the floor of the National Assembly, but
everywhere. On the streets,
everywhere.
In your homes, people are talking about it. Should the president be answering questions? Should he just be shown the way out? But you know what it's like. Impeachment, they start out on that. It never
one of the
anywhere.
senators thinks, no, look, this is not about impeachment. Let them just return the money.
That's
all.
all.
We can, you know, begin that process.
That's it.
Well, some others are even defending the president's action, really, that we're in a state of insecurity and anything has to be done.
Do you need to say that? Everyone knows that's what's happening. You know,
all right.
knows.
Apple killings. Federal government okays payment of 135 million naira compensation to victims' families.
Wow. How much is
this
the
a
value?
new day in Nigeria?
How much is the value of a Nigerian life? That's the question. No matter how much you dole out, it will never bring their loved ones
but
back.
does it give a sense of closure, sense of justice?
Maybe
to the
for some
families?
people, yes, but think about the way those people died. It will never get off their memories.
Poor Okada riders who just try to make the best of a bad situation in their lives, only for their lives to be snuffed out.
And for the judgment to be coming at this time, some Nigerians are even saying they are disappointed in the system altogether.
Okay, moving on very quickly. Oyo approves another 48 new Obas. Fierce gun battle as Boko Haram attacks Maiduguri. This one was huge breaking news all through yesterday.
Boko Haram is just having a field day. Well, we're told at some point that they had been smashed.
Yeah, way back 2015, late 2015 was when we were actually told that
the last kick of a dying horse.
And this is 2018, and they're still kicking. This dying horse refuses to die. It's really sad. Okay.
All right, so we go to the Vanguard now. The major story here is still on the Senate summons. Senate summons Buhari to address National Assembly with multiple riders. The president will respond officially. That's the presidency talking. Tells Benue people not to play into the hands of agents of disunity. Herdsmen attack another Benue church, kills 7 refuge seekers. Benue Assembly summons Governor Otom, suspends plenary. Defend yourselves, Governor Otom urges the people. Catholic Church to hold mass burial for 2 priests, 17 others. We talked about that already.
Yeah.
Very
It's a dark
unfortunate
day in Benue.
incidents.
Very dark day. Some are already calling for a state of emergency to be declared
there. All right, so we'll just go to the top quickly. My resolve to recover looted funds unshakable. That's President Buhari talking. One time, someone said, "Is it about
no comments?
Is it about recovering funds,
right,
but about coming out clean to say this is the amount we've recovered so far, and this is how we are spending it?" Because is there clarity?
That's the word.
Are there many gray areas?
Too many. And no-go areas. When you ask questions, people are wondering, you're not even happy that the monies have been recovered. Why do you want to know how much it is?
Well, shouldn't we be happy?
Why?
Switzerland says it has returned the last of the Abacha loot with...
Because how long have we been hearing this? We have recovered, we have recovered, we have recovered.
Yeah.
All right, Melaye's brother, 3 others docked, remanded in prison for obstruction. Trying times for him,
Senator, actually,
trying times. Yes. Neck bans movement of herdsmen in Benue, Taraba, others. We talked about that earlier. FG redesigns second Niger bridge from 2 kilometers to 7.9.
I'm tired of hearing about the second Niger bridge.
just want to see it.
I just want to see it. This government comes second Niger bridge. That government comes second. I'm sure that's some like a carrot that you now put dangling it in front of the southeast, and we just want to see the bridge.
Okay, so lastly. Senate asks NNPC to refund 216 billion naira spent as subsidy in 2017.
So much money.
After all, we were told
this day is my final paper this morning. Senate joins House, summons Buhari over killings. Saraki executive had enough time to seek approval of 496 million expenditure. I'll win re-election in 2019, says Buhari, and is telling the people of Bauchi.
When some people have been sent to their early graves, and this is what we're talking about, you now wonder, where is that human face? Remember, there was a documentary that was going to be shown on TV about the human side of a president.
Absolutely.
And I'm asking, where is that human side? Benue is in darkness, I want to put it that way. And you're telling me in Bauchi that you're going to win in 2019.
And the IGP that was even summoned by the National Assembly decided to
go with
well, Nigerians
just need to wake up. Nigerians need to wake up, because it is Benue today. No, it is Benue today. Do you know where it's going to be tomorrow? You have no idea.
And that's the food basket of the country.
You have no idea where it's going to be. So they need to speak in 2019.
All right, it's not time for us to relax. World Bank, oil prices to average $65 per barrel in 2018.
Nobody should
now
relax.
It's hovering around 70.
It is. It is.
But,
and it's good they're warning. No time to relax.
All right, so we go to the last paper now, the New Telegraph. The major story as well, killings. Senators call for emergency rule in Benue. Multiple riders, Saraki, government security agencies have failed. Senate summons Buhari. Lawmakers demand president's impeachment. IGP shuns Senate. President, Benue killings designed to divide Nigeria. But what are you doing about it?
Look at the papers this morning. Killing, killing, killing. Why are we not, open to reading good news? When
Nigeria has invented the cure to HIV/AIDS, for example.
Exactly.
In Hong Kong, they've come up with something really exciting.
Exactly. You have people calling
HIV.
you from outside the shores.
Absolutely.
Why is it that you have so much
no giant
bad
strides
news
in technology
coming out of Nigeria?
All right, we go down
really
the paper. Herdsmen, another sad story, unfortunately. Herdsmen kills 7 refugees inside church schools. NEC bans open grazing nationwide. Governors vow to stop foreign herders. That's another one. We go to the top of the paper. 6 banks earned 188.4 billion naira profits in 3 months. And then some of the filler stories here. Buhari, I will win again in 2019. Don't vote old people into office. Shoyinka tells you. And then you wonder, really, is it for a political candidate to say that I will win?
No, but it's been optimistic. There's something called you boosting your own morale.
Not I could win.
No, tell yourself that
nobody says I could win.
Nobody says that. You said you will win. Remember when they declared, they said, look, I am running for office, for the office of president. So you've got to say it. Until we get to the polls, get to the election day, you find out that it's the people that will
All
decide.
right. Police sergeant kills
else?
cyclist over 50 naira bribe. Kaduna government stamps criminal charge on El Zakzaki wife. Boko Haram kills 22 soldiers, injures 75 military terrorists in gun battle. That should be in Borno State.
Because
Yes.
I just think something needs to be done about this word headsmen, Boko Haram.